Hi. I know many of you have heard of this story about this person in the Bible named King David, how God said he was the man after his heart. But this man committed so many atrocities, and one of those atrocities was against his own daughter named Tamar. Now, the Bible describes Tamar as a very beautiful lady to behold, that everybody in the land knew that this lady was dropped down, gorgeous, beautiful. And then his brother Amnon began to lust after him, because I will not call that love, because if you love someone it should be something consensual, but he lost after this person, and then he couldn't control it. He sought a way to get to lay down with this woman. And then he had a friend who was named Jonadab. He asked this friend, okay, this is my sister, I love this person, I want to have something to do with her, what would I do? And then the Bible told us that Jonadab was someone who was very wise. Wherever there's evil, there's strategy. Anywhere you see people perpetrating evil, there is always a strategy behind it. And this is what Jonadab told Amnon: go and lie down, tell your parents or your brothers as if you are sick, and then let them tell this lady to come and prepare, because Tamar was the only daughter he had then. And then it was right for your sister to come, and stepsister, to come and prepare something for you or take care of you whenever I do. And then that was the strategy that actually worked. So he lay down according to the advice of Jonadab, and then he was saying sick. And then he asked for Tamar, and Tamar came with some oil and some food to come and prepare meal for him. And then when he came, and that is when he carried out that atrocity. And that was not the end of it. Or after he carried out, Tamar was going, he was broken, do not violate. After all the plea, the Bible describes that he pleaded with his brother, please do not do this evil against me. You can actually marry me off. You can actually tell my parents they can marry me to you. It's not a crime for me and you to get married. But no, Amnon did not listen to what he had to say. He had to do that evil that was in his mind. And Tamar was going. And then Tamar had a brother which was named Absalom, right? And Absalom saw what happened. He came closer to Tamar and said, what happened? And then when he knew what happened, he took her silently to his house. To cover that evil. And then King David heard about this thing. He was supposed to take a move. King David was supposed to actually do something, whoever it is. This is where evil began from, that the palace was able to cover evil because it happened in the palace. If this evil was done by the subject of the land, I'm sure David would have done something, but because this was his son, or it shouldn't be heard that the son of the king, one of the princes, did this against the princess, so he kept quiet. If he said, okay, I'll do this evil, I'll go and bring justice secretly, let the people not know, let me punish this man, privately, so that the subject or the community should not know. It was different. But David kept quiet. He didn't do nothing. And that was where injustice began from the palace. Well, David didn't do anything, but Absalom in his mind, he proposed in his mind to take revenge against Amnon. So he left it to be like that. After 2 years, he gathered some event. He said, okay, let the princes come and gather together. We have an event. Let's cheer together, end of the year party, something like that, right? So he gathered the princes together. And then this Amnon, maybe he had forgotten that, he had raped someone before, and this person he raped has a brother, right? Because you're not going to do that to my sister and expect me to just keep quiet as if we are okay when you violated my sister. Absalom did not forgive. He let it to go. Within 2 years, then he organized that meeting. And in that meeting, every other prince was there, and then he sent his servant, because every prince has a bodyguard that are allocated to them in the kingdom. Because you are a prince, you have someone that is allocated to you to guide you. Then he sent them to Amnon, wherever he is, and then killed him, right? And that was where Absalom did something good there. Even if he took justice in his hand, at least justice was still served. This would have been avoidable if King David would have done something, because your own daughter was raped by your own son and you kept quiet. You didn't do anything. And this is where evil has been going on in our world today, when people decide to keep quiet in the face of injustice. One day it's going to start from your home, one day it's going to be your children, and then we are going to take justice in your hand. What have you learned from this story? This is one of the true crime stories that happen in the Bible, and I'm like, oh, this is the man that God said he is after my heart. But look at the evil that this man committed.